What's up? This your homeboy Maal The Pimp, aka MTP, and I want to go live here and give some education, give some game. So I did one of my Zoom sessions, my 1 hour Zoom session, which y'all should sign up for a few days ago, and I was doing it with a guy. What up, I say? How you doing, lady? I was doing this Zoom session with a young man out of Florida, a producer actually. He's a producer, so he's got a bunch of artists that's rapping over his beats. And once those artists do songs with him, their next move is to say, I'm finna go to the club. I want to pay the promoter, pay the club owner to open up so I can perform. So he was like, oh, gee, what you think about that, man? Is that the right move? And the reason I'm speaking on this publicly because I saw some of this same thing come up last week within my city. So it's one way to look at that, two ways to look at that. I personally look at it like this. If I'm an artist and a promoter is doing a big concert in the city, and I have to go to him and say, hey, how much will you charge me to open up? If I have to make an approach like that to a promoter, I have to be humble enough and be realistic and say to myself, if I'm coming to him like that and he's not reaching out to me, that means I'm not hot enough. I'm not hot enough, my buzz isn't strong enough if I have to ask you to perform. You follow what I'm saying? It should be going the other way around, where you got motion in the city, you got a buzz going, people are bumping your music, and the promoter says, who is this guy with this song called such and such? I need to get him on this show. If they're not doing that, then your buzz isn't big enough. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You follow what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. That means you should take it not as an insult, but take it as, I got more work I need to do. You feel what I'm saying? So use it as inspiration. Use it as motivation. I got more work I need to do. This guy tried to charge me 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, whatever he wanted to open up for that show. And I feel like I shouldn't have to pay that. Well, if you feel like you shouldn't have to pay that, go out there and prove yourself the way he want to approach you like that. Look at it like this. Understand this. Promoters or club owners will pay any artist coming to their venue as long as they know they're going to make their money back. Promoters and club owners will pay you to perform at their venue if they feel like they're going to make their money back. You follow what I'm saying? Or they feel like you're going to add an extra little spruce to the crowd. They willing to pay. If they're not willing to pay, they don't feel like you will do that. You follow what I'm saying? Now, here go the strategic part about it. Look at it like this. You're trying to come up on the club on the other promoter. You're trying to pay him. You're trying to pay him to perform. The club owner pays the DJ. The DJ is who controls the crowd. Build a relationship with the DJ. Build your relationship with the DJ. And let me say this right here. I say this all the time. I say this all the time. I say this all the time. I'm going to repeat it. Relationships will put you in places that money can't. Again, let me say that again. Relationships will put you in places that money can't. You can't pay for a real relationship. You can't afford it. A real relationship is organically built. And once you build that relationship, you'll start to see doors open for you. So when I was talking to a young man out of Florida, I told him this. I said, my approach would be not to pay a club owner to open up. Instead, find out who the DJ is, build a relationship with that DJ. And let me break down the different reasons why. All right, I'm going to use Boosie for an example. Boosie. A club owner is booking Boosie to come into this city, right? So as an artist, you say, I want to open up for Boosie. How much you charge me? He tell you $1,000. You paid $1,000. You and about 6 or 7 more artists paying $1,000. Like it's going to get you somewhere. All right, cool. I understand that. But look at it like this. Now, he's booking Boosie to come in to perform at his club, right? Boosie is the feature act, the main act. He's going to get there around 12, 12:30 for the most part. Go on stage around 1 o'clock. You, as the opening act, you and all the other 5 or 6 guys who paid this man $1,000, that's the opening act. He's going to put y'all on stage around 10 o'clock, 10:15, 10:30 at the latest. He's going to have y'all up there and out of there by 11:15 or 11:30. Up on the stage and off the stage by 11:30 at the latest. You follow what I'm saying? And once he gets all the opening acts out of the way, then he's going to have the DJ start getting into his groove, playing the real music, the hype music that's going to hype the crowd up for the feature act that's coming to who they really came to see, which is not you. You follow what I'm saying? And then when the featured artist comes into the club, security's going to say, everybody clear the VIP, clear the stage, get off the stage, because the main man is coming through. So you paid $1,000 to perform, you have no access to the artist didn't see you, and you're paying to perform in front of a crowd of people who already know you. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're doing it for bragging rights, then it might be worth it, because you can say, I open up for Boosie. If you're doing it for that purpose, then okay, it was worth it. But the whole point in spending money in this rap game, especially if you're going to pay to perform, is to once you do that, you want to see some kind of way where it's taking your career to the next level or you're moving further than where you were. So paying to perform in your city doesn't make sense unless you're in an A-list market. Now, if you're in Miami, Atlanta, the Carolinas, New York, Houston, Detroit, Los Angeles, places like that to where celebrities and record execs are already in town no matter what, who could possibly be in the club that night and see you, I can kind of see that making sense. But in terms of the city that I'm from, Chattanooga, it makes no sense for artists to pay to open up here because you're only rapping to the hood. You're only rapping to the hood. And the artist that's coming in town for who people are really coming to see, he's not going to get a glimpse of you. And if he does happen to see you, at the most it's going to be that shit was hard, dude was hard. He's not going to sign you. So was paying the artist, was paying to open up for that show, was it really worth it? You know, but again, if you're doing it for bragging rights, yes it was. If you're doing it to move forward, no it's not. So now I would say this, that same money that you paid to open up for, use this strategy right here. And this is free game, free advice. Same advice I gave this young man a few days ago on my Zoom class. Now, this is what I would do. I would go into the club, approach the DJ, go in there early, 9 or 10 o'clock before he gets into his real groove. Approach the DJ, come in there with your music on your Zoom, on your flash drive, give it to the DJ. Allow him to play the music. And then show him that you appreciate him playing the music by paying him some money for that. You follow what I'm saying? Say this happens on a Friday night. You come on a Friday night, you give him your flash drive while it's still early, the way he got enough room to kind of test your record. You follow what I'm saying? Before he gets to his real groove. Pay him a few dollars. Let him play it. Get his number. What you're doing now is building a relationship. Building a relationship, which will put you in places that money can't. Get his number. The next day, call him. Hey, what's up? This your guy, Maal The Pimp, man. I'm the one who you played my music last night. It's the next day he's going to remember who you are. Okay, yeah, man, no problem, man. Blah, 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 blah. Have a conversation with him. Offer to take him out to eat. What you doing next week, man? What you doing on Monday or Tuesday, man? Let's go out to eat. I'll pay for it, man. I just want to sit down and tell you what I'm trying to do, where I'm trying to go, man, and just see how you're on board with me. Go out to eat with him. Have that record that you had that he played in the club that night. Have it queued up in your phone, and maybe 2 or 3 more records that you're thinking about pushing. Let him hear those songs. He might tell you something like, the song you played, that I played Friday, let's roll with that song. Or, man, what's the other song you just let me hear? I like that. Give me that right there, man. Give him that song. Comes to the club the following week. Go in there again. Walk up to him, shake his hand. Introduce yourself again. I'm Maal from last week. We just went out to eat together. He's going to remember that. Introduce yourself. Vibe with him. Ask him what he wants to drink. Go get him a drink. Bring it to him. You follow what I'm saying? Slide him another few dollars. Hey, man, play that song again for me, man. You follow what I'm saying? You're building that relationship. That's the whole point. You're building that relationship. So once you do that, just keep that little pattern going right there. You got to feel out the vibe and see how long it's going to take before you can ask your next favor, but just keep that pattern going right there. Build a relationship. You don't even have to deal with the club owner or the promoter. Deal with the man who controls the crowd. That's what's going to get your music out to the masses right there. Deal with the man who controls the crowd, all right? Now, before you know it, this is what it eventually happen. You'll walk in the club one day, and he'll say, hey, we got my man Maal The Pimp in this bitch, blah, 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 blah. Then he spins your record without you having to ask. Why? Because the relationship is built. Now, once you see that start to happen, the next thing is what you got to do is this. Go back to your grassroots promotion. Get your posters and flyers. Now, that same club that's spinning your record, that DJ in that club is spinning your record, every weekend, go to that club and flood the parking lot with your flyers from everybody's car. Every time they come out the club on Friday, Saturday, they should see your flyers in their windshield, either right up there stuck up under their windshield wipers. Flood the people's car with your flyers. And what's going to happen is this. Some people are going to take it and throw it down, but they saw it. Some people are going to put it in the car with them, and some people are going to actually make a connection. Like, that's the guy whose music been playing for the last few weeks. But either way it go, flood the club's parking lot with your flyers, and then go across the city doing the same thing. You follow what I'm saying? Build your buzz up. Build your buzz up. Coming to the club again. Hit the DJ off again. Coming there with your crew. Hit the DJ off again. Make him play your song closer to midnight. He'll probably be more willing to do it now because he see you're working your record. He sees that. So more favors will come from there. Get your song played around prime time. Once you start to see the crowd is starting to sing the words to the song, they recognize that that's you on the flyers outside. Now it's time to come back and shoot your music video, giving them a visual. Shoot your music video. And once you shoot your video and you post it, you don't have to beg people to share it. Share my shit, share my shit. You don't have to say that. They're going to do it automatically because it's going to be organically growing. You follow what I'm saying? So take that approach. Now, what happens is this. Again, I use Boosie for the first example. Say the promoter booked Boosie and this is March. 4th of July, he got Young Jeezy coming. I'm just using examples. 4th of July, he has Young Jeezy coming. If you go hard in March, April, May, and June, by the 4th of July, it's a strong possibility the promoter might be calling you, hey, my man, I heard the new song you got called such and such, man. I got Jeezy coming 4th of July, man. I want to put you on this show. You're getting reached out to. And then you have the power to say, all right, I want some money for that. Now, what you don't want to do is overprice yourself. You follow what I'm saying? Let him make you an offer. Let him make you an offer, man. What you going to pay me for that? But don't overprice yourself the way he be like, man, fuck it, I'm straight. You don't want the promoter to say that. But just some kind of way, do business with him and get something out of the situation. You'll be the artist who's going to get paid to open up while everybody else is paying to open up. Because you did your legwork, you did your groundwork, and most importantly, you built a relationship with the DJ, the person that controls the crowd. You follow what I'm saying? So, me personally, I've never, ever paid to open the show up. I've never done it. And honestly, I've been against it. I've always been against that. But like I said, I always take, like, if I have to do that, then I'm not hot. What up, Lionel Prosper? I see you, big dog. What up, bro? 9-4 in the building. So I've never paid to open the show. Now, I've done shows for free to where I probably should have been paid. I've done shows where I didn't get paid and they covered my travel. And I've done shows at discounted prices, but I've never paid to open the show up. And one time I realized that wasn't the move was back in 1999, I believe. The Hot Boys came to Chattanooga. The Cash Money Millionaires came to Chattanooga. And at the time, I think Juvenile album 400 Degrees had just came out. We opened up that show. It was at the National Guard Armory. Now, leading up until then, they had got us on the show to open up. We didn't get paid for it. We got on the show to open up because we was hot in the city. Now, at the time, the Hot Boys were creeping on the come up, so the whole city was coming out to see them. Now, leading up to the show, we thinking to ourselves, man, we finna open up for the Hot Boys. We finna be backstage kicking it with them. They finna see us perform. If they like what they see, we might do a song with these dudes. We thinking all type of shit like that because this is our first time opening up for a celebrity or for a major group. Man, we get to the National Guard Armory, and we rocked that bitch. We tagged down. We came out in some camouflage fatigue. We tore that bitch down, rocked the house. We probably got on stage around 11 o'clock, 11:30. We got off stage, got backstage. We smoked backstage for a while, and then we had to clear it out. About 30 minutes later, the Hot Boys came through. By the time they got on stage, we was in the crowd watching the show. So even though we was the opening act, we never met these guys. We never got to interact with them. We never had none of that. No networking or none of that. But we opened the show up. You follow what I'm saying? So, and this was 99. So after that, when I started seeing people say, I'm opening up for such and such, I'm opening up for such and such, or I'm finna pay to open up for such and such, I already knew then it's not gonna be what you think it is. You have to find it out once you get there. So I was always against that. You know what I'm saying? But I understand people doing that. I understand the opportunity. Again, like I said, if you're in the A-list market, it makes a bunch of sense to pay. If you're going to South by Southwest and TJ Chapman from TJ DJs is having a showcase down there, he's charged for slots. It makes sense to pay for that. If you're going to Miami for Memorial Day weekend and you're on South Beach and all kinds of celebrities having all kinds of parties and somebody throw a number out there to open up for the P. Diddy party or for the Birdman party or for the Jim Jones party, I understand that. You follow what I'm saying? If you're in Atlanta for the BET Awards and it's an after party with some rapper or some promoter that's tied into the BET Awards and it's a rate to open up, that makes sense because it's people that who could possibly see you and and change your life. That's not going to happen in our city, which is Chattanooga, Tennessee. So I wouldn't advise paying to open up here. I would advise building relationships with DJs in this city, get them to start supporting your record, and then once you do all you can in the city, take that same energy and take that same platform and that same strategy and move outside of the city where people don't know you and do the same shit. Go into clubs outside the city where people don't know you, build a relationship with the DJs, get them behind your record, and be consistent with it. You follow what I'm saying? That's how you start to see doors open up. Because the first time you ever pay a promoter to open up, now he look at you like a dude in a penitentiary. What I mean by that, you're just a number to him. You're nothing but a number. He look at you, see dollar signs. Okay, this dude right here want to open up, and I can make money off him. I can help make some of my expenses back that I spent on for the promote for the show this weekend. And that's how they look at you. You follow what I'm saying? That's how they look at you. Promoters and club owners, they understand there's a gang of artists out there who will do anything to be seen and heard. And they have the venue for you to be seen and heard in. And they understand that you'll do anything for that. There's a lot of artists out there who got talent, but they haven't really found themselves as an artist, so they don't know the direction that they're trying to go in. So if a big name artist is coming in town, the first thing you want to do is pay to get on this stage, but it's not going to benefit you in this city. But promoters know that it's a gang of artists out there who are looking for that type of opportunity. So promoters are not wrong for charging, no matter what the fuck he told you. If he told you $500, $1,000, $1,500, or $2,000, it don't matter what he told you. He's not wrong for that because you hadn't found your way yet. Once you find your way, you'll start getting away from that. He'll start reaching out to you. But until that connection happens, you're going to be forever paying to open up. But ask yourself, what do it get you? What do it get you? What do it get you? You follow what I'm saying? Spend your money wisely. Spend it wisely. Spend it wisely. Build relationships. Relationships will put you in places that money cannot. If you want to be a person that pays to be an opening act, do it in a market where you can possibly get heard by somebody that can change your life. That's not going to happen in our city. It's not. You follow what I'm saying? So down here, network, build relationships with DJs, build relationships with radio, and then take that same energy and move out of town and start the same process all over again. That's my advice right there. And if again, y'all want to holler at me one-on-one, sign up for my Zoom class. It's a 1-hour Zoom session for $100. You get a lot of advice, be the best investment you can make. Trust me. Trust me. The best investment you can make. We're going to talk about copyrights and publishing, artist management, contracts, artist contracts, record label contracts, producer contracts, how to monetize, legal problems, copyrights and stuff like that. I parallel all this shit into my 1-hour Zoom class. So artists out there, producers, people who are trying to start record labels, people who are stuck in contracts, trying to get out of a contract, or somebody who's been presented with a contract and you don't know whether you want to sign it or not. That's why I come in at. Holler at your boy Maal The Pimp. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Maal The Pimp. Go to my website, www.maalthepimp.com, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is called Pimp Hall TV. Salute. One love, y'all.